Hey there, it's Rory. Today we're going to tackle an issue with a Whirlpool-built electric range that's displaying the F9E0 code. This might seem really concerning, but it's usually due to a problem with the main control board, which is a fix that you can definitely handle yourself, or a source electrical issue that's pretty easy to diagnose. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more do-it-yourself appliance repair tips. By the end of this video, you should feel confident about getting your range back in working order. Now let's get started. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a 3/8 Nutdriver, and a 1/4-inch ratchet with a 1/4-inch socket and a Phillips head bit. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Always unplug your range or turn the breaker off before you work on it. Ready? Let's dive in to fix that pesky F9E0 code. First, we need to use a Phillips head screwdriver to take out the 2 screws that hold the lower rear cover. Then we can remove the cover and set it to the side. We need to check the exposed terminal block for any obvious signs of damage and make sure that the wire placement from the power cord is correct. The red and black wire should be going to the outside terminals, while the white wire should be going to the central post. Now we can use the 3/8-inch nut driver to make sure the lugs or nuts holding the wires to the terminal block are tight. If all of this looks good, you can remove the nuts holding the red and black wires to the outer terminals and swap these wires. These are your line 1 and line 2 power wires, or legs. So don't worry, swapping these isn't going to hurt anything and should give us direction for our diagnosis. Once those wires are switched, you can reconnect your unit to power and clear the F9E0 code if it's still showing up on the display. Then try starting a bake or broil cycle in the oven. If the code goes away and stays away, then one of your power legs, either line 1 or line 2, is experiencing voltage drop or fluctuation when under load and causing the error code. Swapping these wires took the fluctuating leg off of the power directly supplied to the main control board. If this is the case, I would recommend contacting a licensed and certified electrician to fix your source electrical issues. If the code is still coming back, then we'll need to replace the main control board. To replace the board, we'll first need to disconnect the unit from power. Then, to make things easier, we'll take the oven door off. Open the oven door all the way, flip up the hinge latch on each hinge and pull forward to release them. Close the oven door as far as it will go and lift it while holding each side. Then set the oven door aside and grab the Phillips head screwdriver. Under the console, you'll find screws that hold it in place. On some models, there will be 5 screws, and on others like ours, there will be 3. We need to remove these screws and set them aside. Once that panel is out of the way, there will be 2 more screws, one at each corner, to be removed. After all the screws are out, we should be able to lift the console out of the way and flip it up onto the cooktop. Now, you can remove the cooktop to access the control board, but I'm going to show you how to get the control board out without going that extra mile. There should be a brace at the front of the cooktop, roughly in the middle. Remove the 2 screws holding that brace and get it out of the way. From here, you will see the main control. On the right-hand side of the control is a single Phillips head screw that is where a ratchet, socket, and bit setup comes in. Use the ratchet to remove that screw. Slide the control to the right to free it from the tabs on the left-hand side and work the control board out until you can access the wiring connectors. Before disconnecting anything, I would take a picture of the control for reference when reconnecting the harnesses. Now we can disconnect the harness from the main control and pull it the rest of the way out. Here's the old control board and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we're going to reconnect the harnesses to the control. Next, put the control in place and put the screw back in. Then reinstall your bracket. Set the console back in place and put the screws in it at either corner. Then snap the front trim back in place and install the 3 screws for it. After that, we can insert the door hanger arms and make sure the notches are engaging the frame. Finally, open the oven door all the way and lock the hinge levers back in place. Don't forget to plug your range back in or flip the breaker back on. You made it. Great work. We hope this guide has helped you clear the F9E0 code on your electric Whirlpool range. Remember, if you find out that you have a faulty main control board, you can quickly find a replacement by entering your model number at AppliancePartsPros.com. Most of our orders arrive within just a few days. Once your new part arrives, we'll be here to walk you through every step of the installation. We'd also love to hear how your repair went, so feel free to share your experience in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you later.